You know, I was just thinking about something.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that, you know, nations rise and fall.
Yes.
And so do governments.
Mm-hmm.
But in the midst of all of that, there is a kingdom that is unshakable, that will never change. And, you know, God has called us to that kingdom, to be a part of that kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And there is safety in that kingdom. We don't have to be shaken, even when the world around us is being shaken. He's given us truly a rock to stand on. And, you know, you experience that as you walk it out daily with
Mm-hmm.
Him.
Mm-hmm.
And it just brings me back to this whole thing of having a spiritual well in your home. And, you know, it's going to be 2 weeks and we'll be able to move into our new place. And with that, be able to expand what we're doing here locally. But also, too, I was reminded of that this last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we had this opportunity to go down to Minneapolis and to minister with a home group on Saturday night and Sunday morning. And just to see that hunger,
Yes.
that desire for intimacy, that desire to build up those spiritual wells in their homes.
Mm.
I mean, it gave me so much hope.
It did. I remember, in fact, I told one of them that was there, I said, for so long I felt like Elijah when he cried before the Lord saying, I'm the only one left. I mean, we're wanting so bad just to share with others who are so desperate for God to move and for His presence. And yet then we walk into them, and I felt like it was when God said back to Elijah, no, I have a remnant I'm raising up. And so it brought such encouragement.
Yes. And more, I think I identify with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were seeking God,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in places that weren't really that visible, I'm sure,
Yes.
to begin with. But in doing so, they were preparing their hearts for a time where God would use them and kind of lift them out of this place of obscurity and put them in a place of not only representing His kingdom, but also being used as a means of bringing down the earthly kingdom that existed at that time, the Babylonian kingdom. So He was raising up His kingdom and tearing down these temporal kingdoms, these kingdoms built by man. And to me, I just really believe that we're going to be seeing more and more of that in this season.
Yes, yes. I think the one caution we have, though, is that we can tend to get upset with the circumstances around, and we feel like we need to rise up and kind of defend the Lord in all of that's going on, whether it be the different amendments that were passed and different things that happened. And yet, God does not need a defender. He just needs us to love Him and love one another. And that has to be our primary focus right now, because it can so easily turn into us trying to defend each other and the Lord. And He doesn't need that. He just needs us to focus on loving Him, and He'll do all the rest.
Amen. Loving Him and loving others.
Yes, yes.